Well, here we are in Fort Sumner at the Billy the Kid Museum. We had to get the hell out of the city. It's just between all the forest fires, the coronavirus, the rioting, and the shooting, it started to feel like the apocalypse. So we decided to get the hell out of town, take a breather, and visit the Billy the Kid Museum. We are now entering the realm of the kid. As you can see, this is a really horny place. So, William Bonney, if that's what his name was or whatever, Billy the Kid, he wasn't really known for liking to take a lot of pictures. And judging from this, you can kind of see why. He's no Emilio Estevez for sure. So right behind me here is one of the latest photographs discovered that has Billy the Kid in it, or at least they can speculate pretty well that that was him. And as you can see right here, he's the only one there, and he really did like that's dressed like a dandy. Who would have worn that? And right here also in the photograph, because there's other figures in here, some of the original regulators, and I'm told that this was at a wedding or something, so there's little children here, but I don't know, children of what? Children of the corn? This is the other only known photograph that has, again, speculation, but they're pretty sure it's Billy the Kid and Pat Garrett in the same photograph back when they were homies. Pretty interesting. You also have Lou Diamond Phillips here, also known as Chavez y Chavez. This painting here is a depiction of when Billy the Kid was shot by Pat Garrett. But looking closer, it's very obvious to see that he just didn't want Billy the Kid to catch him in bed with another man. So here you see there's been numerous people that have all tried to claim that they were Billy the Kid. More than likely, honestly, they probably were just trying to get some Okay, and here in this room you can see a bunch of cameras from yesteryear, vintage cameras, and it makes you wonder how they were able to use Snapchat filters or how you use Tinder. And here we have the original tools that back in the day people used to use to troll. They mostly did trolling in person though. This is the original iPod. Here you see a load of saddles. Old ones, new ones. I don't even know what kind that one is. Looks like the room for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is probably the equivalent of a hearse wagon, with looks like a child coffin inside. And over here you see we have what look like petrified turds. I wonder what he had for lunch. And it's my favorite, Dr. Pepe, something I did in my pants. Santa Maria, it's Jesus. All right, Billy, your ass is staying in jail. People weren't very well nourished in the Old West days, a lot of them. So they had to invent these for the men so that women could see their And here it is, the gravesite of Billy the Kid. So here's the gravesite of Billy the Kid and his pals. But the irony is that even in death, Billy the Kid is in jail. Aside from Billy the Kid, another person of note whose gravestone is here is that of Lucien Maxwell, who was pretty much in his day the largest owning land baron in the Old West. And as you can see here, he owned a significant amount of New Mexico, what would today be almost all of it. The legend has it that everyone from New Mexico is technically from Anton Chico, and that they're all cousin. So right here we have the buck-toothed Billy the Kid. Here's a picture of Doc Holliday. He was actually a dentist. That's how he got the nickname Doc. That was his trade, but he ended up becoming a professional gambler and a gunslinger. I like the use of color here, but I don't know why they made Wyatt Earp standing there like he's all, hey. Right here is another painting of Calamity Jane. She was a drunken bitch. Worse than one of my ex-girlfriends. So we asked a lot of the locals out here in Fort Sumner, after visiting the Billy the Kid Museum, where would be a good place to eat. And they recommended this place with the cool logo called Dairyland. So the next time you're out here, bring grandma. The food was really good. Cheeseburgers, green chili cheeseburgers. They even have pizza, I think. They're at Sumner Avenue and North 14th Street. Here in Fort Sumner, just practically a stone's throw away from the Billy the Kid Museum. Really good food. Pizza!